rolling.
All right, welcome back to Hot Grits Podcast. On the other side of the break, we are now going to start with... You want to start with the mascot, Georgia mascot?
I think we should start with the NBA and then work our way to that mascot.
All right. Yeah, we teased the mascot a lot.
Yeah.
We must get to that.
Yeah.
The Celtics have gone from being the best team in the world to on the brink of elimination in Game 7. I'm extremely nervous. Game 3, so we recorded last week just before the tip of what ended up being a fucking absurd ending to a game that the Celtics had in hand. OG Anunoby.
That was Game 4,
with
correct?
the corner 3.
Yeah,
with the corner 3. The Celtics could have gone...
No, that was Game 3, excuse me.
That was Game 3, yeah. But the Celtics could have gone up 3-0 in that game.
Instead, they went 2-1, and now here we are.
Game 7.
Game 7.
Yeah, Game 3, Game 6 were just nuts. Game 6, which was last night.
Instant classic.
Wednesday night, yeah.
That was, I think I texted you, that was one of the best playoff games I've ever seen.
I mean, objectively, a double overtime finish is always going to be...
thriller, but it was, I mean, every three was answered. It was like, they were throwing haymakers, dude.
Yeah,
fucking
especially down the stretch. And it was like the perfect mix of, I thought, good defense, like, as opposed to bad offense. You know what I mean? Like, you can teeter on that line, especially in the NBA.
Yeah.
So, I mean, see Nuggets, Jazz, Game 7.
Yeah.
For a prime example of that. Like, it felt like an old school game. And I was thinking during the game, what it reminded me of, and when I say old school, I don't mean like, you know, like the old white guy NBA.
Yeah.
I mean like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of the Pistons. Both of these teams remind me so much of the Detroit Pistons because they have a good quality team, good coaching, seem like a pretty good core on both sides.
Yeah.
That's been there. This will be the Celtics if they win, and I'm knocking on every piece of wood I can find. If they win Game 7, this will be the Celtics' third conference finals with this core.
Right.
They haven't reached the finals yet, but I mean, like...
But they got a really young core, and that's
Billups,
a good start.
Rip Hamilton. Like, the trajectory that they're on, I'm okay with Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
I think Tatum and Brown are both better than anyone that was on that Pistons team. That Pistons team was badass, but they weren't like...
Right, but then they had like...
They didn't have like 25 point per game scorers.
No, yeah, and Marcus Smart has been electric.
He has.
For Boston.
A lot of people think he's going to come to Atlanta.
I think he would fit alongside Trae Young.
I think that would be badass, dude.
For sure.
But
he's signed, though, so that would have to come through trade.
Yeah, but that Game 6, it's funny you say that. It reminded me of a March Madness game almost. Because guys were hitting contested threes. They were hitting shots that Kyle Lowry shot. Oh my God, dude.
Both teams were gassed.
Yeah.
Heading into overtime. And then they played another one. Like,
bam, bam, bam.
And it was a little bit of everyone, too. It really wasn't one person. I mean, the only person that, like, Kemba Walker might as well not have even showed up. Like, I think he had, like, 9 assists.
Yeah.
But he took 6 field goal attempts in a double overtime game. That can't happen, bro. Like, that cannot happen. If you're a Celtics fan, that's troublesome.
That's the issue with the Celtics doing it by committee so much. It's like, do you want to take the ball out of Jason Tatum's hands in double overtime? Do you want to take the ball out of Marcus Smart's balling? He's hitting all these open threes.
Right.
Do you want Kemba to force it? My issue, and not so much with the Celtics and Raptors because they were hitting shot after shot last night. My issue with every other team in this playoff has been they have given up on the contested layup. They've given up on trying to dunk on people. If you drive, they drive and they kick every single time.
And then there's a foul on the 3-point shooter.
Yeah. And that's
what's becoming crazy. How many fouls are on the 3-point shooter?
Kyle Lowry had one in like a really important moment in the game. He had a 4-point play.
Well, they had a 6-point possession.
That was wild.
Toronto had a 6-point possession in the third, and it changed the whole trajectory of the game. The Celtics ended up going into the fourth quarter down by 4. Those two teams were gassed. They're playing every other day. They're set to play Friday night, 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Game 7. They're set to play, and the Miami Heat are just sitting back with their feet propped up, watching this all go down. Like, I don't know.
That matters, but I'm going to tell you this right now.
It depends what Game 7 looks like. Like, if it's another knockdown, drag out, you would almost have to punt Game 1.
Yeah,
to Miami.
I mean, I think you do. I think they
just
probably
give Miami Game 1 and then just play from there because the chances of you beating a rested Jimmy Butt, Goran Dragic, the way Tyler Hero's playing, like that team's
I'll say this, dude.
Good team.
They are. They surprised the shit out of me in the. I think we both said that we thought they were frauds coming in.
Like I wasn't sold on Miami being real, but I think what they did to Milwaukee and the way they're set up now, like they haven't played that many games, bro.
Yeah,
they have not played that many games. They swept the Pacers, correct?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, then you beat Milwaukee in 5. Like
I still think
that's impressive.
That whoever comes out of this series beats Miami in the next round.
Would you put the Raptors in a 7-game series right now? What would you pick the Raptors to beat the Bucks?
Yeah, they look terrible, bro.
Right?
I mean, that was a bad matchup for them for a lot of reasons. It seemed like they knew what to do against Giannis, and guys couldn't hit their open shots. And again, they abandoned the contested layup. They abandoned the drive to the basket. They were shooting so many threes. It felt like every possession ended in a 3-point miss.
Yeah, and Chris Middleton kind of was who he was. Like,
yeah,
he is capable of winning a game for you, but he's not capable. Right,
one game. He's capable of winning one game, not two.
Like here and there,
and
which means something.
I was honestly really proud of how the Bucks played in that Game 5. I was really not proud, but I was like,
that's such a great word, proud.
Yeah, like I was.
You're proud of the team that lost in 5.
I wasn't let down by that effort in Game 5. I thought they showed up, but good Lord, it's not enough. And if you're gonna say that he's a top 3 player, which everyone says he is, you cannot lose to Miami. That Miami team in 5 games, bro. It can't happen. But all that aside, I have issue with how this NBA playoffs has taken shape, especially with teams that have played the Rockets. We saw it last week.
The Lakers currently playing.
But we saw it last week with OKC. I think I was texting you about this. It was like, good Lord, they have no one on the floor over 6'5", and no one's punished them for it. It was
PJ Tucker playing at the 5.
Playing at the 5. Yeah. And they had Steven Adams. OKC had Steven Adams on the floor, who has a back-to-the-basket game, who's the strongest man in the NBA. Everyone says that. And I think he might have finished with max 10 attempts, 12 attempts. I didn't see them pounding the floor. Right now, Anthony Davis is shooting something like 66% from the floor.
That'll play.
66% it's unbelievable. And his true shooting percentage is even higher than that. Because he's shooting well from 3. I think he said 2 or 3 from 3. They haven't abandoned, but it doesn't make sense to me why he doesn't touch the ball in the post almost every possession
the Lakers and Anthony
until they stop it. Yes, until they stop it. It's almost like coaches, and there might be a balancing of ego. I know you've got one of the greatest players to ever play the game on that team, and he needs his touches too. But it does not make sense why they haven't punished every team. Why they haven't punished them only having a 6'5" player on the floor. They haven't gone to. And they've shot so many threes, man. And I get the analytics. I was a big analytics guy. It makes sense. You want shots close to the basket and you want threes. But good Lord, don't abandon the post play, especially when that's your biggest advantage. Right?
Yeah.
Has that not frustrated the shit out of you to see?
I think the Lakers have been playing pretty well since Game 1
they
in
have.
the Houston series.
But, I mean, this could be a sweep, dude. In my mind, it could have been a sweep. And you said it best. It's almost like teams get suckered into playing how